What's up, you all? Welcome to the Communication Corner Show. You know who it is. I'm Rousawn, excited to bless you, bring you some incredible information that I know can change your situation. So real quick, if you're watching this, I want you to ask yourself this question. Do I need a breakthrough? Like, do you need a breakthrough in some area of your life? Do you need a breakthrough in your career? Do you need a breakthrough in your relationships? Do you need a breakthrough in your finances? Do you need a breakthrough? Let's be real. All of us at some point could have used a breakthrough, or we probably need a breakthrough now. And so when I think about a breakthrough, I'm like, okay, what's one thing that I can share with you that can help you break through? Well, considering this is the Communication Corner, it's going to be something to do with communication, because the skill of communication is what we call a meta skill. What's that mean, Rousawn? Well, communication is a meta skill, meaning when you get better at this skill of communication, it automatically changes so many other things in your life. So you get better at communication, you automatically get better in your relationships. What? You get better at communication, you automatically become a more influential leader. Come on, you get better at communication, you connect better with your kids, you connect better with the people in your life. Communication is the skill that if you get better at it, other things get better automatically. And so if you really want to experience a breakthrough, I challenge you, I invite you, there you go, I invite you to allow me to help you grow as a communicator. Well, Rousawn, tell me what a breakthrough is. Like, I think I know what a breakthrough is. Let's just make it super plain. A breakthrough is any event where a significant barrier or limitation has been surpassed. Come on. It's an event where a significant barrier or limitation has been surpassed. So there's a barrier maybe in your relationships. There's a barrier in your career or your business. There's a barrier in your ability to connect with your kids or those around you. Maybe there's a barrier in your leadership and you're ready to surpass that. And I'm telling you, there are ways, 5 that I'm going to actually share with you to help you break those barriers as a communicator. Let me share 5 keys with you to help you create breakthroughs in your communication and ultimately in your life. I use these things on a daily basis. This isn't something I'm talking about theoretically, but actually apply these things to my life daily. And it has shifted my life as a communicator, shifted my life as a spouse, has shifted my life as a business owner, so on and so forth. So I'm going to give you these 5 keys. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on them, but I'm telling you, I'm going to give them to you and you'll be able to walk through them on your own. 5 keys. When you're ready, say ready. Let me hear you. Of course, I didn't hear you, but I do trust that you said ready. Okay. Key number 1 to creating breakthrough in your communication is confidence. It's confidence. An unconfident communicator is an ineffective communicator. An unconfident communicator is an ineffective communicator. There's never been a communicator that I've heard or received from or been coached by or mentored by or been inspired by that has been unconfident. There's a level of confidence that you need to have in your communication. Well, Rousawn, I'm not confident. That's because you don't practice it enough. The more you lean into the area of communication, that could be speaking publicly, having presentations, but we all know that in life we have more conversations than we give presentations. Even me, someone who travels the country speaking from stages and platforms, I have 10 times the amount of conversations as I give presentations. And so in order for me to have built up some confidence, I needed to do it consistently. I needed to be intentional when I was talking to my kids, intentional when I was talking with my spouse and having conversations with my spouse and those around me. So the first key to developing a breakthrough as a communicator is confidence, because an unconfident communicator is an ineffective communicator. I've created something specifically for you. I know that you're a person that wants to get better with your words. You want to win with your words so that you can begin winning in the world. You want to have more influence, more impact, and you know that means growing as a communicator. So what I've done is once a month, I'm going to meet with you. I'm going to teach you high-level communication skills that you can implement to your life. We're calling this the Communication Corner. It's a community that's been created specifically for you. Would love for you to join. Would love for you to be part of the growth. Click the link and see what we're all about. Let's go. Oh, but we're just getting started. I told you there are 5, so now we have 4 to go. First one's confidence, but second one is conviction. Conviction. That means you're not just saying something, but you're speaking from a place of passion, from experience, something that you're anchored to. It's been said that it's one thing to have a message, but it's another thing for a message to have you. It's one thing to have a message, something to say, but it's another thing for that message to have you, meaning it's another thing for that thing to have changed your heart and impacted your life and really moved you. Conviction. And I imagine you've talked to someone before, and you may not understand everything that they're saying, but man, can you feel it? Can you feel their passion? Can you feel their zeal for the subject matter? And so I ask you, when you're speaking, when you're communicating, do you have a level of conviction, right? Because it's one thing to have a message. It's another thing for that message to have you. Okay, 2 down. Now the rubber's going to hit the road here, because now we understand that confidence is important. Conviction is important. But number 3, clarity. Clarity. The greatest gift that you can give to the individual or individuals that you're communicating with is the gift of clarity. There's nothing worse than speaking with someone and they don't understand you. And I need you to understand this. The burden of clarity is not on the folks who are receiving from you. It's not their job to understand you. It's your job, because when you're communicating, you're in a position of leadership and you're leading that conversation. You're driving that conversation. It's your job to ensure that you're understood. So the greatest gift that you can give to someone is the gift of clarity. And so I just want to give you a little nugget here. I know I said that we weren't going to deep dive, but I want to share something with you that shifted something in my life. It's not just making sure that people are understanding what you're saying, but actually providing clarity on what you are not saying. Okay, check it out. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, you're having a conversation with a spouse or a loved one, and it's a bit contentious, right? You have to bring something to them that may be a little uncomfortable. And so you may say something along the lines of, hey, I really don't like your energy when you come at me and you talk to me like this. I don't like that. That's what you're saying, and you're making it plain. But I need you to also try this. This shifted something for me, is lay out what you are not saying. Have you ever had a conversation with somebody and you got done and they were like, I heard you say this, and it was opposite of what you really said, and you're like, what? I wasn't saying that. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. We are going to make sure that doesn't happen. So when you say, hey, this is what I'm saying, when you say, hey, I don't like your energy when you approach me that way, or I didn't like that, I didn't like the way that made me feel. And you say, hey, but also know this, I am not saying that I don't like you. I am not saying that I don't see that sometimes the way you move, it's not beneficial. I'm just saying I don't like when you approach me like that. I am not saying that I don't like you. I am not saying that you don't bring me value. You have no idea. The gift of clarity can change the entire nature of a conversation. Okay, so we have confidence, we have conviction, we have clarity. Number 4, cleverness. What? Cleverness. Being clever with your words, understanding how to make things stick. Check it out. Jim Rohn said this. He said, you should have something to say and the ability to say it well. So in your life, in your relationships, in your career, in your job, in your business, with your kids, with your family, you should have something to say and the ability to say it well. I call these things sticky statements. So I will say things that are sticky, right? Not because I want them to literally stick to you, but I want them to stick to your subconscious. I want you to remember them. I want you to be able to recall on them later. So I may say things like, hey, your current situation is not your final destination. That's a sticky statement. That's something that will stick to you and you'll remember later. Or, hey, you're not just going through something, you're growing through something. Oh, come on, you're not just going through that, you're growing through that. You're getting better. Hey, life's happening for you, not to you. You're not a victim of this, you're a victor over this. These are sticky statements. Have something to say and the ability to say it well. So what are those things that are important to you, that are kind of impressing upon your spirit that you think people need to receive? And then ask yourself, okay, I have something to say, but how can I say it well? Okay, confidence, conviction, clarity, cleverness, and number 5, conciseness. Conciseness, the ability to be concise. What are you talking about, Rousawn? The ability to take something very important. Maybe it's something that's going to take 15 minutes to explain. Conciseness is the ability to take something, summarize it, share the most important parts of something in a relatively short amount of time. Because you can be talking to somebody and everything you're saying is important, but you're losing them in the conversation because you're sharing too much information and it's too long-winded and it's not concise enough. Have you ever talked to somebody, or maybe you yourself have been talking and you just over-talk and you've lost people 10 minutes ago and you didn't realize it until you were done talking? Like, oh, that I could have shortened that up. The ability to be concise, say the most important things in the shortest amount of time in a way that's clear, right? In a way that's confident, in a way that's clever, with a level of conviction. And that is when you begin experiencing those breakthroughs. When you take these keys, this framework, this C5 framework, and apply it to your life as a communicator, it'll go to the next level. 5 ways to get a breakthrough. Remember, an event or a situation where a significant barrier or limitation has been surpassed. You can use communication to do this. Number 1, confidence. Number 2, conviction. Number 3, clarity. Number 4, cleverness. Number 5, conciseness. If you apply these things to your life, there are no questions about it, no doubts about it. You will grow as a communicator. And when you grow as a communicator, you already know you grow in every aspect of your life. Hey, I hope this blesses you. Thank you for dropping by the Communication Corner. I'll see you next time.